Right then, Emily, well, you've yet to make a grade C on a paper 2. 62 is the closest you've got. Let's see if you get a C this time. I'll get closer. Okay, so the only mistake you've made there is length is not, oh sorry, couldn't see that on the screen. Length is not meters squared. Meters squared is area. Length is meters. So you lose a mark there. 57 is good enough there. 4, 2, 3, 2, 11 for the page. Now you've made a mistake there. If you turn the paper around, it's probably easier to see. This point here is 2, so it needs to be there. The best way to do this is to do all the straight lines first and then work out how to join that in. So you're going to lose this mark for this one. So you can see that it's curving to there, then it's coming around to about there, and then coming back again. So do all the straight lines and then work out that last one, and in my view it's easier to do it if you are lining up the mirror line with your eyesight, with your line of sight, like I've turned the page there. So there'll be 1 mark for that. Right, pentagon is correct, triangular prism is correct. That is a prism, but it's got a special name, which is cylinder. You wouldn't get the mark for prism, unfortunately. 3 for the page. Radius, chord and tangent, good girl. Both of those, and that is correct, and that's right, and that's right. Well done. Oh, that's great. Full marks. 8 is correct, 11 is correct, 12 and 4, well done. Multiply by 4 is correct. Okay, so what you've written there is right, so I'm not sure why you've rubbed it out. What you want to say is multiply previous number by 4. Okay, it isn't, you're not looking for the nth term, it's not one of those questions. That's further up the paper. 27 is correct, that is correct, that is correct, that is correct, and so is that. Well done. That's great. Full marks on that page. 16, wow. That's right, that's right, that's right. Those are correct as well. This one's wrong, so I'll come back to that now. Let's have a look. So you've got 6 marks there, 2 there. So again, the question that you've answered there is not what they're asking you to do. The question you've answered is how much money do they have left after they've spent that. The cost of the outing in pounds is going to be 404.60 euros, and then to turn it back into pounds you've got to go backwards through that. So instead of multiplying by 1.19, you're going to be dividing by 1.19. And we've practiced that this week, so hopefully that makes more sense to you now. It's not asking you here for total area, it's asking you for the perimeter. So this is one of those horrible questions where they're giving you loads of words to solve the problem. This is the important bit. Each square has an area of 25. Now to find the area, hopefully you can remember that it's length times width. And if it's a square, the length and the width are the same. So you're looking to find what number multiplied by itself gives you 25. Hopefully you'll spot that that's 5 5s, 25. So each of these squares is going to have a length of 5. Then it's also telling you that the diameter of each circle is the same as the length of the square. So it means that that is 5. So if that is 5, so are those. So in order to work out the perimeter of the shape, it's 5 at 5 at 5 at 5, and so on all the way around. Good. Excellent. 6 for the page. That one, right, what you need to make sure here is that you are showing the bottom part of that as well, so you know where that joins up. So the compass needs to come down there as well. So you're only going to get 1 out of 2 for that. And with this one, I don't think you've constructed it. I think you cheated. I think you used a protractor to measure it, because otherwise that crossing point would cross there. Hang on, let me just get my compass to show you. So there's your first curve, which is correct. Now what you have to do, without changing the size of your compass, is put the compass point there where the curve crosses, and then draw your second one in. Oops, jumped off the page. Draw your second one in there like that, and where the two curves cross, that gives you 60. So that one there you didn't have in, so you're not going to get any marks. You get 1 mark, sorry, for that, because you did start it, but you then drew 60 degrees with a protractor. 2 marks for that page. 107, well done. 73, 107, excellent. Then we got one of these hideous bill questions. So you've got your money messed up here, I'm afraid. 745, 25 cubic meters. That is not, that's 9.3 pence. This is 93 pence. Okay, so 93 pence equals 0.93. 132 pence equals £1.32. If you're not sure, just do it by dividing by 100 on your calculator. 93 divided by 100, 0.93. So to change pence into pounds, you're dividing by 100. So because you got those wrong, you're going to get your answer wrong. But let's see where we get. So you got 21 lots of, and then that's wrong. So, but would give you the right answer. Okay, so it's that's wrong. 25 cubic meters you've worked out to be £2.34, and again that's because you've got that wrong, and then you've added together those with the 745 to get that. So pretty much your method is right at every stage, but your answers are wrong because you did that wrong there. So you're going to get 3 out of 6 for that. 10 cubic meters is £15, so you're going to get 1 mark for that. But then the rest of it is going to go wrong because of this nasty bit of algebra in there. So I wouldn't worry about it, because that is a twist that won't come up for a while now. But if you want to get your head around it, take a look at my video solution. 3, 6, 7 for the page. And then it is 24 cubic meters, and they've used 8 cubic meters. So what they want you to do there is to turn 8 out of 24 into a percentage by working that out. So you're going to have 1 mark for working out the 24, but then nothing after that. That's correct, because no chair and age and prices is the same worth. Now that doesn't really do what they're looking for there. What they're looking for there is to say there is no relationship between the value of a chair and its age. Sometimes you'll get a very old chair that's not worth anything, sometimes you get a very old chair that's worth a lot of money, and so on. So that's not enough to get that mark. So year 1, you're going to take off the 432. Year 2, that's correct. Now unfortunately, you haven't answered the question. This doesn't answer the question, which is at the end of the 2 years, how much has the value depreciated. That means how much money has it lost. So you need to do the 2,400, which it was worth at the start, take away what it was worth at the end, and that value is what the answer is. So you were going to lose a mark for that. You're only going to get 3 out of 4. This is something called Pythagoras' rule. If you go onto the Jones the Sum site, topics, foundation, there are questions there on Pythagoras. It's an easy thing to learn how to do, even if you don't really understand it. So it's worth practicing. If we get a chance next week, I will go through that in class. And this final question is a tricky question. It's a bit like a recipe question where you want to change the quantity of ingredients to make a different amount. So you do 16 divided by 10 to see by how many times bigger these need to be. So 16 divided by 10 is 1.6. So you'd multiply each of these values by 1.6. 3 for the page. Okay then now, let's have a look. 11, 14, 25, 41, 49, 55, 57, 64, 69, 72. Well done, well done. Grade C, good on you, that's really impressive. And there are still things in there that you've made mistakes on and I think you should be able to do. So that's really encouraging.